Right, let's have a look at the 6 participating teams, AmaZulu and Golden Arrows, who played in that first game. And then coming up, it's a Royal AM up against Milford, and then Maritzburg United up against Richards Bay FC. So plenty of action to come. Ayanda, again, 2 strong teams put out by these outfits.
Yeah, definitely. Coach John Maduka on one side going with a team that played obviously last season. Royal AM wasn't able to make any signings. We know they still have that transfer ban, so he has to stick with the same team. The boys that he trusted from last season, they were able to avoid that relegation spots going into the playoffs. They were 3 points above the drop zone as far as where they finished last season. So they would like to improve on that, and it's very hard for him, you know, having the same amounts, the same players season in and season out. But again, it could be a good thing because he has the same players and he can work around with the boys and see if he can get more out of them this season. And as far as Milford, we saw they made a couple of signings. They finished in 13th last season in the Motsepe Foundation Championship, and they'll also look to improve and stay away from the drop zone. And this presents an opportunity for them to test themselves against a top flight team from KZN and see how they're going to fare up in the coming season.
In terms of the approach, do you expect a similar approach to what we saw in that first game between AmaZulu and Golden Arrows? A strong team put out, but then both coaches rung the changes, wanting to give players as much opportunity as possible.
Yeah, I think as far as the first game is concerned, we did see Arrows dominating a little bit more than Usuthu, and both coaches using their squads, making those changes. But the most important thing in this game, I think Milford really need to start the game really strongly, because a team like Royal AM is a top flight team that's used to playing, you know, against a big opposition, and they will want to get a foothold into the match very early on. So I think a team like Milford will want to get that early goal like AmaZulu did in that first game. So it's important for them to have a good start in the match, because if not and they go a goal behind, I think it's going to be really tough for them to come back.
Like Ayanda is saying, important for both these teams to go out. If you're just joining us, it is AmaZulu that are through to tomorrow's semi-final. They beat Golden Arrows by 2-1, fighting back to really capitalize. Tapelo Moremi scoring in the last minute there. Then coming up tomorrow, you will find Maritzburg United up against Richards Bay. Another opportunity for our teams from the KZN province to have a good run out in pre-season.
Yeah, definitely. As far as Richards Bay FC is concerned, they wouldn't want to be where they were last season as far as going to the playoff spots and failing to basically finish out of there. But they did go to the playoffs, and I think they played really well. And it's an opportunity for them to take the positives from that playoff campaign, because they did really well. They finished it undefeated going into the season now. For Maritzburg United, they also slightly missed out on promotion in the last couple of matches of the season. I think they tapered off, and then the other 2 teams were able to go to the playoffs. So for them, it's a matter of improving in the coming season and making sure that they don't drop as well from what they showed last season. And I think that's going to be a really good matchup to see as well tomorrow.
So many benefits in bringing this tournament up to Ulundi, not just the teams who get a chance to run out in strong pre-friendly matches, pre-season matches rather, but the fans who come out and get a chance, the businesses that benefit from a big tournament like this. Ulundi in the heart of Zululand. Let's take a look at what this beautiful region has to offer. Welcome to Ulundi, a charming town on the KwaZulu-Natal north coast of South Africa. Nestled in the heart of the Elephant Coast, Ulundi is a hidden gem waiting to be discovered. With its rich history and culture, Ulundi is a treasure trove of African heritage. Founded in September 1873, when upon becoming king of the Zulus, King Cetshwayo named the region Ulundi, meaning the high place. The town was once the capital of the Zulu kingdom and is still home to many historical landmarks and artifacts. The Ulundi Museum is a must-visit attraction, showcasing the town's rich history and culture. The museum features exhibits on the Zulu kingdom, as well as a collection of traditional Zulu artifacts. But Ulundi is not just about history. The surrounding landscape is breathtakingly beautiful, with rolling hills and mountains waiting to be explored. Take a hike up Shlobane Mountain for stunning views of the surrounding countryside. And when you're done exploring, head to one of its vibrant local markets to experience the sights, sounds and smells of traditional South African cuisine. From fresh produce to handmade crafts, you'll find something unique. Is Ulundi.
The sights and sounds of Ulundi in the heart of Zululand. That's where the 2024 KZN Premier's Cup is being staged. You're joining us for our live coverage coming from the Prince Mangosuthu Stadium here in Ulundi. Coming up is the 2 p.m. kickoff. It's Royal AM Twisli Twasla up against the National First Division team in Milford. Lots to come here. Blockbuster football on the way. And then, of course, tomorrow, the big semi-finals before we wrap up the final of this pre-season tournament now in its 10th edition. We're going to head up to our live action. We'll catch you guys as we roll out the second match at the 2024 KZN Premier's Cup.
All right, the people are still out here at the Prince Mangosuthu Regional Stadium for the KZN Premier's Cup action kicking off this morning. Sibonile game yokuqala quarter-finals between KwaZulu FC nayo-ke iLamontville Golden Arrows. Usuthu Mapeshankone able to get into the semi-final spots by getting a winning at 2-1. Sabona ukuthi-ke abalandeli basakhona bathameleke umdlalo wesibili esizokwethulela wona-ke manje. That's between the Motsepe Foundation Championship boys, that is Milford FC, who are going to be testing themselves against a top flight team in Royal AM. Both sides, of course, are coming into this match looking to improve a lot in terms of what they showed this season 2023-2024. Looking at where both sides finished as far as their respective logs are concerned. Royal AM with the SCB Premiership 3 points away from the drop zone there in the playoff spots. We know which Richards Bay yonage egcine ihambile iyelapha kuma playoffs. And again, Milford FC yonage with Motsepe Foundation Championship also flirting with relegation for large parts of the season. Kodwa ke egcineni kwesizini bakwazile ukuthi ke baqede lapha ku number 13 and will be looking to improve much more and try to add to more KZN teams adlaleke lapha kwi-Betway Premiership. Season yaqala ke next weekend as far as the MTN 8 is concerned. Kodwa ke siyazi ukuthi ke i-Betway Premiership izoqala ngawo ke uSeptember, where our KZN teams are going to be starting their respective seasons. Ngoba siyazi ukuthi none of them are going to be taking part in the MTN 8. Fans are out here. The weather is fantastic, as you can see, the picturesque Prince Mangosuthu Regional Stadium. La esitameleke khona-ke imidlalo ye-KZN Premier's Cup for the 2024 edition, which is the 10th edition of this prestigious pre-season tournament. Yakhona-ke la esifundazweni sakithi. In a few matches, in a few moments from now, as we can see, the teams are coming in. Milford FC, nayo-ke Royal AM. And we're going to be giving you very shortly the starting lineups for both sides. Njengoba-ke sithamele wona lo mdlalo, looking for one team ezokwazi ukuthi joine amaZulu FC kuleya semi-final ke yokuqala ezobe kusasa ngo-9 ekseni. And of course, the second semi-final already on standby for tomorrow is, of course, Richards Bay FC as well as Maritzburg United. The coaches are standing by, the players are standing by to kick off the action. Namhlanje siyazi-ke ukuthi Milford FC icijwa uyena-ke uMandla Qohi, the former Orlando Pirates DStv Diski coach, who is now looking to do better as far as the 2024-25 season is concerned. Masibheka-ke lapha-ke iqembu layo Milford FC. But-ke ngapha-ke it is a familiar face on the Royal AM bench, coach John Matuka, who is no stranger to the fans right here, as well as KZN football as a whole. He has led Royal AM for quite a while now, had a full season. Last season, of course, not performing really well as far as trying to steer the side away from the relegation zone, but they were able to survive, getting that 13th place position. And as we see now, the players are getting ready to come on. We're going to now look at the team news as far as both sides are. A strong side from Royal AM. Mondli Mpoto, trusted between the sticks for Royal AM, was part of the team for large parts of the season. You can see the likes of Skakane Mkhize, Giane in defense, Sibusiso Magaqa, Ayabulela Maxwele, the likes of Motebang Sarah leading the line in attack alongside Sisanda Mbele. And those players are familiar to the fans of Royal AM. Moving over now to Abafanage Bayoge Milford FC's Pamani, who was famous in the Nedbank Cup against the Kaizer Chiefs last season. A couple of debutants as well. Fanele Sibonga Sbiya coming in for his first showing in the Milford FC shirts, as well as Usfiso Mdluli, who's also signed in the off-season for Milford. So Abafanage bazozama ukuthi ba-impress on their debut namhlanje. Sibonile futhi ukuthi nakugame edlule between Usuthu and Arrows, we also saw a couple of debutants from those two teams, and also Milford FC bringing in some new boys in the first match of the KZN Premiers Cup. It is, of course, I and the Newswa in commentary. John Maduka in your picture right now. And I'm not alone in the commentary boxes, of course, always alongside my partner in crime, Mr. Myron Naika. Myron, two sides who will be certainly looking to do much better in terms of their showing for the coming season, but this provides an opportunity for them now to show the fans and the public what they can expect in the coming season.
Good to join you in the commentary box again, and a big opportunity for both these teams. Milford FC up against a Royal AM. Here we go. It is Twisli Twasla that kick us off here, going from left to right in the blue of a Royal AM, blue and gold that is, and then Milford in the all red. First quarter-final. If you missed the action a bit earlier, it was Golden Arrows up against Amazulu Usuthu, claiming the bragging rights. So they are through to tomorrow's semi-final, and again it'll be another opportunity for coach Pablo Franco Martin to continue his pre-season plans. In front of us here, Twishla, and like my co-commentator Ayanda Newswa mentioned, challenging 2023-2024 season. How will they go in the Betway Premiership? Of course, based up in Pietermaritzburg with KZN Midlands at the Royal Ranch. Chance up here for Royal AM, straight up into the box. Big chance. Ooh, big opportunity, and it's flashed wide. Schleza may have got a touch to that one.
Yeah, a quick start. Really good opportunity there for Royal AM, who've started the match really well. And Spamandla Schleza, I think he had a touch there, and it is going out for a corner. So quite a great stop there by Uspamandla Schleza, and Royal AM will have the opportunity for the early corner kick of the match. Just less than 2 minutes into the match, I believe that was Sabelos Tole with the shot, and the cross comes in, and in the box there It's going out and it's for a goal kick. So Sabelas Tole with the early chance for Royal AM, and it was parried away really well by Utleza, who looks to have taken quite a knock there, but good to see him back in his feet. And the Royal AM fans are streaming in on our near side here to watch their team as they play their first fixture of the 2024 KZN Premier's Cup. We did see earlier on action in the first match, in the first quarterfinal between AmaZulu neLamontville Golden Arrows. USotho lakwazi ukuthi liwine umdlalo ngo-2-1. Lakwazi ukuthi ke lidlulele lapha kuma-semi-finals where they will face the winner of the current match. Second semi-final tomorrow, we'll see Richards Bay FC face another team that's playing down in the Motsepe Foundation Championship, Maritzburg United. Bazodlala ke semi-final esibili kusasa. Sabona ke abafana beMilford doing some early defending here. Royal AM having the stronger start, and the ball by Umzwandile Dlamini into the box.
Was bobbing around that box there. Milford man down, clutching his shin there. Unsure what transpired in that little scuffle. Smotabang Sera involved.
Milford coach there speaking about the wind. It's blowing quite heavily now in the direction of the Royal AM, or rather in the direction of where Royal AM is attacking. So towards the goal of Milford FC, which is going to be really tough for them to deal with in this first half. I think the wind has started to pick up in the last hour or so, and the player is down there in the box. And I did speak, Myron, about the importance of starting the match really strongly for Milford because of how strong Royal AM are in terms of, you know, the experience that they have playing in top flight football, and it's happening exactly as I said. In Royal AM have that strong start now, and they're looking to overpower Milford.
Looking to take a sharp corner there for Royal AM. It's definitely something that would have been pre-planned coming out of the training ground.
John Maduka's side, led by Kabelo Mahlasela, experienced campaigner, who is captain of the side here, marshalling that midfield alongside the likes of Omakaka, Sabelas Tole, and in the attacking fronts there we got the likes of Fomakwele, Motebang Sarah leading the line for Twitli Twasha.
And no doubt he will look to give those players an opportunity, just as we saw transpired in that first match where 5, 6, 7 maybe substitutions through the match. These are competitive matches, but again, a big reminder is that this is a pre-season tournament and really a chance for teams to prepare. Royal AM just flirting with a bit of danger in the back there, looking to play out from the front. They've lost it, and here come Milford through Mtabele. Back down here towards Mbele, and back to Mtabele. Nice little interchange. Milford looking to build some possession. Mbele with a throw-in. He finds Ndluli. Back out to Ngongo.
Any chance we might see the chairman today? He's on the bench.
I did see that he is on the bench.
Yeah. I'm sure the fans would love to see him.
Yeah, I mean, he's a
maybe
fan.
Towards the second half.
He's a fan. He's definitely a fan favorite. Got a couple of minutes in the top flight last season, so
yep.
It'll be interesting to see if he is going to get a run out.
Yeah. Remember him having quite a torrid time at the Moses Mabhida Stadium in a league match against AmaZulu. I think Royal AM conceded 3 goals in that first half, where Chairman was marshalling the midfield. wasn't looking quite good there, but he's back on the bench today, leading the side on the bench as the leader of these boys, the chairman of the team, and also part of the team sitting on the bench here today is Andile Mpisane.
Yeah, lots to come from both these teams. Royal AM will know that they need to improve. They've got a club owner who enjoys the game but really wants more and demands a lot of the team. And it's just the same for Milford, who have ambitions of wanting to be promoted. And of course, Ayanda, well documented, they got a big scalp last season in knocking out the Giants out of the particular Giants out of a cup tournament.
Yeah, definitely. Interesting side here, Royal AM, but they really will be looking to improve as far as their league standings in the coming season. As we look at the corner now, that it's going to be taken by Milford FC. It is their first one of the match, and a chance. It's still on for them, and a bit of a scramble in the box, and they're still trying to clear Royal AM, but they're having a really tough time. Milford are pinning them back. But it will be going out for a goal kick there. I believe it was Sfiso Mdluli with the last shot. Mdluli is on debut today for Milford FC alongside Ufanele Sibonge Sibiya, who are playing their first matches. They are one of a couple of signings made by Milford FC for the new season. The likes of Tsepo Lipoko is also signed into the team. Thabo Xaba, Ebo Mchunu as well, the midfielder coming in to bolster the side and try to help them go up the table in the Motepe Foundation Championship. Njengoba sazi ukuthi ke kwisizini edlule baqede lapha ku-number 13, and they will be looking to break into the top half of the table and get into those promotion spots.
Yeah, solid start here for Milford up against Royal AM. You saw a glimpse there of Coach Mandla Togi on the Milford bench. That ball kind of bobbled around in the air and then eventually was struck over the bar, but encouraging signs from Milford FC.
I think Milford is really going to be looking to the likes of Usiyabonga Nzama on this left-hand side to try and pierce through the Royal AM defense. Shane Saralina as well. Fanele Sibonge Sibiya on debut to try and cause some problems for that Royal AM defense.
That's Mbele down with a throw-in, trying to get them started here. Looking for Mdluli, can't quite control it. Lavi up front. He's the man they'll be looking for. Back here towards Mbele again. And Royal AM can clear, looking for Motabangsera, who gets on top of it, but just can't seem to control it, and Milford can come back at them. Loose pass there, looking for Mtambele. And Royal AM can pounce on this one. Beautiful ball through the middle. And that may just be offside. It is. Linesman's got his flag up. But encouraging signs in the shift of play and the shift of momentum. That will excite Coach John Maduka. This is a team that enjoys the football at their feet.
Yeah, an opportunity there for Royal AM trying to thread it through to Motibangsera. But I like what I've seen from Milford FC in terms of their build-up play. They are trying to conjure up something and try to go forward and get those passes going. I think they've had something of a slowish start in the opening minutes, but they are growing and growing into this match and trying to impose themselves and compete with this experienced Royal AM side.
Ball bobbling around there, not easy to control on that far side. Dlamini out that left-hand side for Royal AM. The wind certainly now starting to pick up around Ulundi.
Yeah, wind is going to be a big factor in this match. As we mentioned, it's blowing really hard now and it's been picking up. And it's really going to make it difficult for these players who are looking to keep the ball down as much as they can. And if you start playing those high balls, it really is a problem if the wind is this high.
Mbele cuts inside. Nice turn there from Nzama. Let's go. Beautiful, beautiful bit of play there by Nzama. Mbele onto Nzama. Nice touch. Let's have a look at that. Easy ball in. Goes one way, turns the other, and shoots. It was testing, it was dipping, and just an early warning sign for the Royal AM defense that Milford have more than enough to worry them.
And that's what you want to see from a player like Nzama. Nzama there with a beautiful turn and the snapshot. Going a bit too high, but he is a kind of player who's able to take players on. He has that low center of gravity. And showing glimpses of what they can do, and they have been applying the high press here. Is Milford FC kule defense ye Royal AM. Siyabona ngempela ukuthi bayazama ukuthi bafike lapha phambili benze umonakalo, kodwa ke kwamanje it is still locked at 0-0 after just inside 14 minutes into this match. It is the second quarter-final of the KZN Premier's Cup phakathi kwayo ke Milford FC kanye ne Royal AM. On your picture there, Motebang Sera, the man who's leading the line for Ituthi Twahla, looking to try and cause some damage. But Milford have shown in this match that they are no mugs indeed, and they can compete against the top flight teams. As the ball is going to come out now, taken on this near side by Christopher Mbele. As you see the players warming up there. Alongside them, Cedwin George, who is another player who can do damage as far as the attacking areas are concerned for Royal AM. He'll be looking to get some action in the second half. But the ball is back in play now. It's going to be coming through on this near side. And it's gone out there. Was Siposethu Ndlabi. All the way to goalkeeper Mpoto, who was obviously out at the Kosafa with Bafana Bafana. A disappointing Kosafa Cup campaign there for coach Helman Mkelele and his boys. Mpoto bringing that experience now to this Royal AM side for the new season. Obviously competing in that goalkeeping department alongside the Olani Ngobo, who is on the bench for this particular encounter. It goes back to Mpoto. Royal AM trying to have that patient build-up. Milford applying the high press, but some good interplay on this near side.
A nice bit of play there by Royal AM, trying to set up Motebang Sera. He's got one that he can chase and run at, but just not enough for him to get through. Milford look intent on playing from the back here, but straight back into the Royal AM quarter. And a dust there. It's going to be interesting to see how conditions affect this one. We have a look at the flags on the far side. They are the wind is really starting to pick up here. Early possession stats highly favoring the Royal AM. 61%. Is it 69%?
Yeah. Motebang Sera with the shot there. Speaking about the possession stats, Myron, I think Milford won't be too worried about that, because most of the ball is being kept by Royal AM in their own half and slightly into the half of Milford. But again, not in those attacking areas. So as the ball goes up here into the Royal AM box, Porto coming out as well, but they were able to clear those lines. Ball. It's back on the far side with Tobani Pengu. brings it all the way on this near side. Razundlabi and Umpele combining. Playing on this left-hand side. Dlabi, the left back. Chance here for Milford. Here's that man again who can work the magic. And the shot all the way to the far side. Milford FC really trying to get a pattern of play going here. Showing really what they can do. Some skill there from Umtabela. On the far side there. Good 1-2. And it's both sides trying to keep hold of the ball. Milford still in that Royal AM half, pinning them back. The cross in is cleared away by the goalkeeper after some sustained pressure by Milford FC.
Yeah, good to see that Milford are not letting up on the fact that they battled to keep hold of the ball in the first couple of minutes. They did have a chance here and there, but starting to build slowly from the back, stringing a couple of passes together. And it does look quite encouraging. Chance here down that right-hand side. Still in play. The ref says the ball went out of play. I think there was a call for a handball. The Milford bench is incensed. The Milford bench is incensed by that decision. Let's have a look here. Into the box it goes. There's a handball. Oof. It definitely was a handball.
Did look like it hit the hand there.
But did
the referee
the ball go out?
Yeah, the referee looked like he probably didn't see that one, but it did look to hit the hand. Maybe the distance might have been too close, and the referee felt it was a bit unfair on the defender to call a penalty there, but it certainly did hit the hand.
So Milford will definitely feel aggrieved there. Touch and go with those kind of decisions are really up to the discretion of
the referee.
The
handball law or the rule is always a contentious one for fans, and it's confusing at times because there's different interpretations with different referees, and this is throughout international football, not only in South Africa. But they always talk about the distance between the ball and the player in which the player who made the handball. But yeah, it's always down to interpretation and how the referee sees it, and in that instance he did not want to give the penalty.
So Royal AM survived that one, so to speak. 20 minutes gone here in this second match of the KZN Premier's Cup, the second quarter-final between Royal AM and Milford, coming to you live from Ulundi, Prince Mangosuthu Buthelezi Stadium, the heart of Zululand. The first time that this tournament is being played up here from Durban. Picturesque area, beautiful rolling hills, museums, cultural melting pot, Zulu heritage, a big feature here in Ulundi. Bit of messy play there, and both teams finding to get a bit of rhythm. Mbele looks to play up, and he gets away with it. High foot called there by the referee as Dlamini gets onto it. Royal AM not happy with that decision. Bailey will have a chance. What does he do? Does he play short, or does he look to whip one into the box? There are a couple of players to look up to there. Nzama, Saralina goes short, goes back towards Saralina. And Kleza can get them on the way again. Where's the breaking point going to come from? We saw an early goal in that first fixture, but it's been pretty much even Stevens, and I think that ball going out of play there by Seralina is kind of the story of this first opening 20 minutes for both these sides. It's been tough going. Jayane now on this right-hand side for Royal AM, all the way back to Porto.
I think
head up.
Yeah, both teams certainly need to improve on the attacking front. We see the passes going in midfield and the back, and both sets of teams can play the ball on their feet. But now the problem comes when you get to that final third, getting the ball to the likes of Motibang Sera as far as Royal AM is concerned. That's always a problem for them. But now as you see in the far part, great skill there, and it's in the box, and what is the referee saying? It is a penalty, and the referee points it to the spot. It is a penalty for Royal AM, and it was beautiful play on that far side. It was beautiful play, and Royal AM, as you can see, man down there, I'm trying to see who it is, but some beautiful play on the far side, and Royal AM, as you can see, some lovely skill, a nutmeg, and he was, I think, that clipped his heels there of yes, Mandile Dlamini there with the lovely skill.
He's been
his
lively.
Heels were clipped by Usfiso Mdluli, the debutant, and Royal AM now will have a golden opportunity to take the lead in this match. As you can see, they're the culprits. It was Uvusmuzi Mtabela okuyena ke odalele penalty. Royal AM sizothola ithuba ke lokuthi ishaye igoli, a golden opportunity from the penalty spot. And up against Spamandla Hleza, who was famous for his heroics in the Nedbank Cup last season against Kaizer Chiefs. And Royal AM now will have an opportunity to take this penalty. It is Motibang Sera, the big striker, looking to put his side ahead. Up against the Hleza, it is Motibang Sera, and he puts it wide. Oh, that is a really poor penalty by Motibang Sera. An absolutely poor penalty. He puts it wide. A tame shot, Myron.
Yeah,
the goalkeeper went the right way, but never really mattered because Motibang Sera put it way, way wide.
Yeah, a bit of an anticlimax there. It was set up for Sera to really give them the advantage. I just want to draw the viewer's attention to the run-up. He went, he stopped, picked his head up, and then went with the side foot. It was always going wide. It was almost never on target. And Milford on the other side with a big chance, and Milford will feel even more aggrieved now. Nice ball into the corner there, but Sibia can't get hold of it. Stretches out a foot, but couldn't keep it down. And a big opportunity gone, the begging there. Motibang Sera, an experienced man up front, fails to give his side the lead.
Yeah, a real let-off for the Stallions. Motibang Sera, usually a man you would trust with his experience as a striker, as a finisher. And now Milford will feel really, really motivated now to try and react to conceding that penalty. And as that through ball goes through towards Sera, but it's blocked there by Paramani Ngongo. And the ball is going to go back now for Royal AM.
Patricia Twatla are going to have to regroup. They're going to have to regroup from that miss. It's a big miss and a huge opportunity for them to have taken the lead. But it's gone a begging. They're going to have to regroup midway through this first half now. not too many clear-cut chances for either of these sides.
Yeah, I think Coach John Matuka will be really disappointed with what he's seen so far from his side. From an attacking point of view, not creating too much in terms of clear-cut chances, getting an opportunity from the penalty spots. Motibang Sera making a mess of that. And now Milford will feel they can really try and get something here on the far side. He's trying to get a cross in there. It was Siposetsu Ndlabi, and the ball is going out for another corner for Milford.
Good defending there by Mkhize coming across. Wonderful view there of aerial view there of the stadium. You see a lot of cars parked on the outside. Street vendors, VIP marquee erected across the grandstand. Chance here again, bobbling up in the air, and it eventually fell for Ndluli, who just couldn't direct his header goalwards. It's come off the top of his head and flown over. Big chance. Can regroup. Interesting choice. I see Coach Maduka's opted to leave the likes of Rusek Hamaldin completely out.
Yeah, interesting choice. Obviously, Hamaldin, someone who is always amongst the goals, you know, but they have the likes of Sedwin George still available for the side from the bench. And Motibang Sera starting this match. Coach John Maduka not really looking too pleased with what he's seeing, and we'll be hoping his sides will really do more in terms of what they're showing in attack. I think Milford have been the more promising. They've shown more initiative going forward with the likes of Uspamandla getting those opportunities and really trying to cause those problems, as well as Unzama for Milford. And I think Royal AM haven't really done that much of that with the likes of Spusiso Makaka not really getting into the match. Ayabulela Makwele as well, players you'd expect to cause real problems for this Milford side.
Ball into the box there. Nicely turns, he's fended off 3 defenders, but it got a bit too much for him with Mtabele getting away with it. Oh, bit of a mix-up. Bit of a mix-up. Ndluli, can he scoop one in? He does. Can he find a man? Big chance! Nzama. Huge chance there for Milford. Coach Mandla Kogi applauds it.
Yep, applause from the coaches there. Mandla Kogi, I think it was beautiful play and a nice shot there by Usiabonga Nzama, but it went wide. Initially, it's Fiso Ndluli on the far side, able to get the cross in and bringing it down back towards Unzama, and another opportunity for Milford, but they're still lacking that quality in the final third, and we're still locked at 0-0 after 30 minutes into this match. It is the KZN Premier's Cup. We've got a final esibili. Njengoba sibona ke Motibang Sera with another opportunity, goes down in the box, but the referee is not going to give a second penalty to Royal AM, especially not for that. That looked very soft. And Royal AM bring the ball all the way back. As they try to really pass through the lines. It's a brilliant ball, and it's an opportunity here now on the near side with the pass, and it goes banging, and the shot comes through. It was a really, really good one.
Great,
but a brilliant save.
Great build-up play. He was patient, held his nerve, got the ball into the box. Let's have a look at the replay there. Put it on a platter. That might have been on target, I think.
Yeah, definitely good block there, and a good shot by Makaka, who is a player who is capable of doing stuff like that, of scoring shots from or goals from long range, and we haven't seen that much from him in this match, but I showed glimpses of what he's capable of there.
Magaka has been around, knows the KZN football landscape pretty well. Plenty of promise as a youngster. A couple of injuries. Unable to push on, but he's back now. Colours of Royal AM. Can Milford conjure up here? Tabele leaves it for the big number 5, Mbele. What's he going to do? They're going to go route one. They're going to pump this ball up into the air and see if Royal AM can deal with it. Porto comes out, doesn't get it. Here is a huge chance. Porto completely off his line. Motabang Sera does the job in holding it up and then slips on that muddy patch off the pitch.
Yeah, I think Porto, once again, getting caught in no man's land. If you're going to come out as a goalkeeper, you really need to make sure that you take care of the ball, that you get it. I mean, you are jumping high with hands to parry the ball away, and it's disappointing from Porto that it's the second time now in the match in this first half that he has failed to get the ball after coming out to clear.
Yeah, that will definitely be addressed by the coaching staff. Half an hour gone here in Ulundi, second match of the 2024 KZN Premier's Cup. Keys has made a run. He's been spotted. It's not going to reach him because Mbele is going to cut it out. But here come Royal again. Looking for a through ball. Nothing giving there. It's come all the way back. So encouraging signs. Royal AM trying to play a bit. Magaka is the guy who we know has a bit of creative spark. We know can make things happen from midfield.
Yeah, I think they've been disappointed by their final pass, as we see Milford as well trying to attack. I think Royal AM really need to work on their final ball. Coming up there, the likes of Makaka, Makwele, and Motibang Sera. Yeah, it's just the quality that's lacking in that final third that we haven't seen from both sides in this match. I think also Milford do lots of good work going forward, but when it comes to the finishing, they're still not clinical enough.
Zama there was just clipped, and again the Milford bench felt hard done by. Felt they should have got something from it. It hasn't really rolled their way, and it's been cagey. It's been super cagey. Not too many clear-cut chances. Here comes Royal AM looking to play through the middle. Hacked away there by Tiane, the Milford midfield. Back pass, and Porto again involved, and Porto again straight out of play. So it hasn't really gone to plan for either one of these sides. Deadlocked. The Royal AM bench has followed suit, as the Milford bench did a couple of moments ago. Off to warm up. There will be changes. That I can promise you, there will be changes. Man down there on the far side, it's Dlamini, man who won Royal AM penalty with a bit of trickery. Sun is out, the wind is blustery. Pre-season football taking its flight here in Ulundi, 10th edition of the KZN Premier's Cup. A couple of weeks away from the start of the Betway Premiership proper. 14th of September gets underway. Of course, this weekend is the start of the NTN 8. None of the KZN teams involved in Wafa action. But here we are in front of us. Sibiya looks to go up and over the top in search of Nzama. They've collided.
Yeah.
Nzama.
I think Nzama got caught up with Uchiane there. I think it might be a head injury as well. The referee is going to call the physio. Completely accidental there. I think actually Nzama was through on goal before he got caught and he fell off there. So
John Maduka just using the time to put his hand over the shoulders of Dlamini. Obviously would have assessed some of that play. And he wants to have a chat with someone else as well. He's calling someone else over.
Coach John Maduka, they're having a chat with Ubandile Dlamini, probably asking more from that Royal AM midfield, and trying to improve on what they are showing on the attacking front. I think Unzama there took quite a knock in the face, but he looks fine. He's back on his feet. Those are good signs.
Gianna, on the other hand, has been hauled off. So Royal AM temporarily down. They'll be down to 10 men here. Interesting to see what decision the ref is going to make. Is it
interesting that Gianni came off the worst of the two players when he appeared to be the one that caught Unzama. Probably was an awkward fall. Milford ukuthi shaye le free kick izogoba ke uyena kumfana on debut uSfiso Mdluli, and it brings a cross in, and it's too close to the defense there. It's cleared away. It's gonna come back, but to capitalize, it's an opportunity now for Royal AM to try and attack, and the through ball is too close to the defender. And that was an opportunity by Umakaka. They was putting the ball through, and it's still locked at 0-0 after 39 minutes. We're approaching the end of the first half. Just over 5 minutes left now for this first half between Royal AM and Milford FC. It is the second quarterfinal of the 2024 KZN Premiers Cup. The two sides who are looking to join AmaZulu FC in the first semi-final tomorrow. Also to njengoba ke kwazile ukuthi lihlule Ramonville Golden Arrows kwigame yokuqala ngo-2-1. Opportunity now for Royal AM with the attack, trying to thread through. There was Ustole looking for Motibang Sera, but it was blocked by the defense, and it's going to come back with Milford.
Ball up over the top. Flag up, offside. Group 1 football there for Milford. A couple of touches deep in their half before they look to push the ball up towards Ndlabi, who's leading the line.
Yeah, looks like Kuchiane is going to be coming off. I think he's hobbling off there. Probably took quite a heavy knock on his leg. And see Manganyi looks to be coming on. And that sub is going to be happening right now. So the experienced defender, Samuel Manganyi.
Royal AM making their first substitution of the game.
Confirmation of the substitution.
Coming in his place is jersey number 13, Samuel Manganyi.
And Gianni, they're hobbling off. Hopefully it's nothing too serious for him. He'll be able to be available for John Maduka when the season kicks off. The Betway Premiership on the 14th of September. But for now, Manganyi is in for Gianni.
And immediately on the ball, gets a chance nice and early to get a touch. As you mentioned, a man who's been around for a long time. He's played in the Premiers Cup before. He scored in the Premiers Cup before.
Yeah.
So nothing new.
Lots of experience.
Plenty of experience. So solidify the back in. Here come Royal AM with an opportunity there to kickstart the play. Just not coming off, and Maduka won't be completely pleased with the way his charges. Makwele, the man who was driving forward. And it's a Royal AM throw. Lela's going to have to drop that ball down. And here we go. The wind continues to pick up. Almost caught in defense. They are caught in defense, but the referee didn't like quite what he saw. Tough tackle there from Nzama, and it goes the way of Royal AM. There's another Royal AM player who's down worrying signs here as we head towards the 45-minute mark in this second fixture. They've already lost Gianni, and I'm just trying to see exactly who is the man that's down. It was in fact Sibia that got over it. Zama's back on his feet.
Yeah, and Zama gets a yellow card for his troubles. Young man, there's really been a spark for Milford FC going forward. We saw him causing some real problems in the early stages of the first half. Goalkeeper Umpoto. About 15 minutes into the match, now he picks up a yellow card. Royal AM will restart play in the middle of the park. As you can see, the picturesque Prince Mangosuthu Regional Stadium right here at Ulundi, the Premier's Cup Yawoge Unyaka 2024. Now in the middle of the park, Royal AM trying to build up play.
Bakwele. Another foul. It has been the story of the first half, really. Just both teams just not being able to push on, and Zama's the man who went down there. And Seralina's asked Hleza to come up, and he takes it short, finds Seralina. Seralina goes, looks to go across the field, looks to switch play. He's found a teammate out wide. Now, is there something in the offing here? Is there something left in either one of these sides in this first half? Can one of them seize the opportunity? Can one of them grab an opportunity? There's been half chances, but that's pretty much that. Mangani turns, nice swivel there, and Royal AM look to come away with it with a bit of pace and a bit of speed and a bit of poise, but again thwarted by the midfield of Milford. Now they'll try down that left-hand side. Is there an opportunity to slide one through to break the defensive structure? That one's not going to stay in again. Perhaps the pre-season rustiness, Ayanda, has been more on show in this fixture than it was in the first.
Yeah, definitely. I think both coaches will be looking for more from their teams in terms of taking care of the ball and trying to get the build-up play going into those attacking areas. Certainly won't be too disappointed, but know that it is still pre-season after all, as we see the referee adding 2 minutes at the end of action in the first half. So we're going to be heading into that halftime break very soon, where Coach John Maduka and Mandla Koki will have an opportunity to have a chat with the boys and possibly make some changes. Motebang Sarah also getting a yellow card there. So similar to what we saw in the first match, Myron, the cards are coming out.
Yeah, the cards are coming out, and that's because the tackles have been flying. Mbele is the latest man to hit the deck, and he went down hard. So a tough start for both these sides in their quarterfinal of the Premier's Cup. Seralina here on the ball. He's gone long before, he's gone long again. And this time, nicely held up by Nzama. Onto Tabele. Milford into the box. Chance, flicked on.
That's offside.
Yeah, big call, big call.
Offside.
And I'm quite interested by the reaction of Porto. I'm not sure he knew that you know the chance was on, because very little reaction. We'll see now from the replay exactly what
was able to get the ball into the back of the net, which is always the most important thing as a player, because that's your job. You're not refereeing the game, so you need to make sure that you put that ball in, and that's what he did. But unfortunately, the referee's assistant flag was already up, and a let off there for Royal AM as we head into the final seconds of the first half. It has been a half of some promising moments from both sides, but not really clear-cut opportunities. Royal AM did have that penalty miss by Motebang Sarah, which was a really disappointing shot. But probably were able to take the league at that time, but they failed to do so. And now it looks like we're going to be heading into the halftime break, locked at 0-0. Kodwa-ke iRoyal AM izothola-ke ithuba lokushaya free kick njengoba ubona lapha. A free kick conceded by Umtiane. Izonika-ke ithuba leRoyal AM ukuthi lizama ukuthi igobe ibhola for the last time in the half, with an opportunity that is claimed quite comfortably by Uhleza. And that is the first half done and dusted at the Prince Mangosuthu Regional Stadium right here at Ulundi. There's the KZN Premier's Cup. First half is iphelile lana between Royal AM and Milford FC. Both sides getting opportunities to go through. We saw Motebang Sarah getting that penalty miss. Milford FC also having some chances through the likes of Usiabong and Zama, as well as Ufanele Sibonge Spear. But surely more interesting second half ahead, Myron, as opposed to what we saw in the first 45.
Yeah, not as entertaining as the fans would have liked. Again, the big talking point was the penalty call. In fact, before we get to that, Milford themselves had a big call, a handball in the box on the Royal AM side. It didn't go their way. The bench didn't particularly enjoy that, and instead on the other side. Here's a look at the highlights, and we can see Dlamini on that left-hand side early on, flashed across goal, and Kleza got a touch to it.
That was a good save by Kleza. It was a good, really tough as well, because there were players in front of him, so he had to react really fast and to keep his side in the match. I think that was the earlier on in this for Milford FC, also getting some opportunities going. And this time it was Usiabong Nzama with that snapshot, which went over the bar, but it was lovely skill, lovely footwork from the young man who has been really lively in this first half. Simbonile kenza kahle kakhulu umfoka Nzama. And this was, of course, the penalty decision. Motebang Sarah, really poor finish there. He couldn't believe it, quite disappointed. Kleza went the right way, but he didn't need to get to the ball because Sarah, a slow run-up, no power behind the ball. A disappointing penalty there by the experienced Motebang Sarah. And it was a let-off for Milford, who were able to keep their clean sheet. And there's another opportunity. It was brought back in. And once again, Nzama with the shot. And Mpoto with a mistake, coming out and failing to get to the ball. And Dlamini with his left foot, a scuff shot really. After some beautiful play by Uskiso Mdluli to bring the cross in. And that is that as far as these two sides are concerned. Looking at the stats, 4 goal attempts for Milford FC compared to Royal AM, but as you can see, that is Swiftly Tswata has the lion's share of the ball position, 62% of the ball position. Shots on target, just 1 from both sides, which is quite disappointing to see. Amatuba on the attacking front are very few and far between. And again, the finishing yellow card for each side. The foul count is also quite high. So that is the first half action for the second match.
A wonderful start here, but not really going the way of goals. If you're just joining us, welcome to our coverage. First half done in the second match, goalless between Royal AM and Milford, staged at Ulundi for the first time. A decade of KZN Premier's Cup. Can you believe it? Started in 2011. Let's have a look back at how this tournament has developed through the years.
Welcome to KwaZulu-Natal, where the beautiful game of football has a special place in the hearts of its people. Since 2011, the Premier's Cup has been a highlight of the pre-season calendar, showcasing some of the best teams and players in the province. As we celebrate its 10-year anniversary in 2024, let's take a closer look at what makes this tournament so special. Launched by the KZN Department of Sport, Art and Culture to help teams prepare for the upcoming season, the first edition featured 4 teams, with AmaZulu, Golden Arrows, Maritzburg United and Thanda Royal Zulu doing battle. Abafana Bestende were the inaugural winners of the competition, edging out AmaZulu on penalties in Umlazi.
Fantastic!
The tournament had a 2-year hiatus before returning in a big way in 2015, with teams heading for Richards Bay. It was the team of choice who lifted the trophy in that year, beating home side Thanda Royals. Royal Eagles won their first title in 2016. In 2017, they took on Golden Arrows in the final.
It's a brilliant way to win it. For like I said, Royal Eagles have played for the second consecutive time the KZN Premier's Cup.
All roads led to Umlazi for the 2018 edition, with AmaZulu taking on Richards Bay in the final. After a fast start by both sides, Tapelo Koki broke the deadlock with a stunning strike. In the end, it would be enough to secure them the title.
I think it was hard on the players, but again, we gave them time to play today, and a lot of
First, substitution, Milford FC out of jersey number 21, Panama Sibonga Sevilla in jersey number 26, Jabline Kawoji.
Okay, stand by for one. You can go, Nick.
Here we go, live action from the second half of the KZN Premier's Cup match number 2. Here we go, live action from the 2024 KZN Premier's Cup, coming to you live from Ulundi. What an opportunity this is for one of these sides to progress through to the semi-finals tomorrow. Snapshot.
Yeah, and we saw that early second half substitution there by the Milford FC coach Umandla Kochi, taking out Ufanele Sibonge Sbiya and bringing in Ujabulile Xagoshe. So a change here for the Stallions as they look to have a much better second half performance. Njengoba sibonile ukuthi the second half ayihambanga kahle for both sides on the attacking front, trying to get that opening goal. Royal AM ishwebeke penalty lapha ngesombe sokuqala, and that was Umotibang Sarah failing to convert that penalty, and already made a forced change in the first half for Itwikli Twahla. Ayanda Giane coming off due to an injury there, getting a knock on his leg. In coming the experienced Samuel Manganyi, Ogenegela Guyona it defense Royal AM. As we see here once again, a chance from a set piece. We've seen a lot of free kicks in this match, and the foul count is quite high, Myron, and it speaks to the competitiveness of the Premier's Cup. Yes, it is a pre-season competition, but teams are taking this very serious.
Yeah, no doubt. You know, this isn't a stroll. This isn't a stroll, a weekend stroll by any measure. And here's a chance here for, you can see the fouls there, 6 to 7. Here's an early opportunity for Milford. They go for goal, and the wall does its job. Referee spotted the linesman flag. It's offside. Goalless as we speak. Couple of half chances here and there, nothing really tangible for either one of these sides.
Yeah, also expecting coach John Matuka to probably give these boys the first 10 or 15 minutes of the second half to see if there are any changes in the output in terms of their attacking play, and probably is going to be starting ringing in those changes to try and change the game, because it really was a disappointing first half from their standards, Royal AM.
Yeah, no doubt. Something to chase at here for Ndlabi. But again, colliding with the Royal AM defender, Ndlabi. Nothing to go by there. Looking to just latch onto something tangible. You see him just colliding. The defender. Up they go, Royal AM in search of something. Motabang Sera can run at something. Hacked clear down that line.
Yeah, I think Sarah has been really lacking that service from players like Umakaka and Umakwele in those attacking areas. He is the kind of striker who is a target man, who likes to receive the ball in the box and try to create some opportunities. Gotta get siyabona ngempela ukuthi iservice akayitholi kakhulukazi ke nge first half, kodwa ke bazozama ukuthi ke ba improve kusona ke sombe sesibili, as another man is down here. A match that has seen lots of bruises, and colliding there, the culprit being Ubhekani Mthiane.
Last thing any one of these coaches would want is for one of their players to pick up a long term.
Yeah, and I'm sure Coach John Matuka He's probably worried about Gianni at this point, and hoping that it's nothing too serious, because losing a player in preseason is not ideal. You'd want to start a season with a clean bill of health, with a fresh squad, ready to kickstart the season, and injuries don't really help at this point.
Ball up into the box, and Milford can deal with it. Can they break here? They've got numbers up. Ngani flicks over. Via runner again. A player slipping on that dusty patch. There's a couple of dusty patches around the stadium, around the field rather. And Labi winning that free kick for Milford.
Yeah, we did touch on the pitch earlier on in the day, Myron. That's it. It wasn't looking too great, and it's taken a beating now with the second match, and it's going to get really tougher as the game goes by for players, with a lot of slipping, lots of patches on the pitch where it's prone for players to fall down. But the football is still being able to be played, as you see the cross in here from Milford. That was directed towards Umtiane, but it's cleared away by Royal AM.
Still on here. Into the box.
Yeah, I think the coaches are not going to be happy about that. I think the quality has been.
Andre Pollard might have been proud of.
Yeah. It's probably going for the camera guy behind the post there. Yeah, so the quality hasn't been great, and the coaches will be looking to really try and improve on that, and they won't be happy about what they've seen so far, especially in the attacking areas for both sides. Coach John Matuka yet to make any tactical changes. He did have that forced one, as I mentioned, with Ayanda Giane rather, coming off an injury substitution in the first half. And Coach Mandla Koki making one change, bringing in Ujabulile Xakashe for Ufanele Sibonge Sibiya into that midfield. There's a battle out here in the near side. Another free kick considered by Ubegani Mtiane. So we're going to get Royal AM Zame.
Football, yeah, so to speak, or silky football, so to speak, but they have been able to create the odd chance, and Milford will take heart from that. And Glavi knows that if he can get in and behind that Royal AM defense, Mangani is the man who's marshalling him.
Yeah,
they'll have every opportunity. Ball up here now.
Yeah, I think Glavi and certainly Usiabonga Nzama are the two players that you can really look at in that Milford attack, who can cause lots of problems for Royal AM, and they have in this match, just lacking that finishing touch in the final third. But I think we've seen enough from them to keep Coach John Matuka worried about what might happen as the minutes tick on in this match. We are round about 54 minutes into this encounter. It is the KZN Premier's Cup second quarter-final between Royal AM and Milford FC, still locked at 0-0. At this point in the first match, Maran, we had already got 2 goals between Amazulu and Golden Arrows. That own goal by Keenan Phillips and Lungelo Nguse getting that equalizer. And of course, later on, Tepang Moremi with the winner. But quality certainly tapered down in the second game.
Yeah, no doubt. And here come the substitutes from Milford's side. It'll be interesting to see who's being hauled off. But Coach Mandla Kogi has seen enough and he wants to influence the game. He obviously also wants to give opportunities to the squad. So it'll be interesting to see where changes come. In the meantime, Luli down this right-hand side. Not enough space to operate in. And Makaka is the guy. Hasn't been able to get onto the ball and work his creative skills around it, pull some strings. We know just how good he can be in and around the box. There's a Milford man that's gone down and the referee has stopped play. Not sure exactly what transpired there. Whether it could have been a cramp, whether it was a Royal Air player who was involved, but it may have just been a trailing hand. But yeah, Milford now going down. Referees asked him to leave the pitch now.
I see Coach Mandla Koki planning to make what looks like a triple sub. Sabonganzama here looks to have taken something of a knock, or maybe it's fatigue creeping in, and he is going to be coming out. And we see the likes of Ngaba Ulu and Teteleli Mtiane getting ready to come on for Milford FC. As we continue to play on this near side with Unjabi, looking to keep the ball in play. Kodwa-ke wahluleka ke lapha ke laphuma ibhola, asazothola ithuba ke Milford lokuthi yenze inguquko. Ebo Mchunu also on standby to come on in the second half for the Stallions. Coach Manjat Kochi taking a proactive approach and trying to affect the game with his substitutions. Looking to make a triple sub.
Ball into the box here, but Mpoto was wise to it. Looks to get his team going. Oh, that must be a foul. No, it isn't, says the referee. And Milford can come away with it. Mdluli on for Nzama. Out wide here for the substitute. Now, game starting to slightly, slowly, dare I say it, open up. Well, that's what the fans will be hoping from Tabele, with that nice bit of skill to control the ball.
Yeah.
Nice bit of freedom of play there. And the neutral is certainly hoping that this opens up. And Tabele all the way back to Claire's up. Can they build from the back? Can they get going and create an opportunity? The ball is being kicked out of play. So wow, must be appreciated.
Coming in his place is jersey number 9.
You see the likes of Begani Mtiane making way. Saralina as well also coming out. Teteleli Mtiane, Ebo Mkunu, as well as the striker there, Ngaba Ulu, who is coming in now in your picture. Saralina there going off. Coach Manja Koki with a triple substitution, his fourth sub made in this match now, as Milford FC tried to be more proactive in their approach and try to chase that first goal of the match. It is still 0-0 with almost an hour gone in this match. It is the KZN Premier's Cup, the second quarterfinal right here at the Prince Mangosuthu Regional Stadium, and seeing some movement as well in the Royal AM bench. Coach John Maduka also trying to see some changes for his side, chasing that opening goal of the match. I see the likes of Cedwin George warming up.
Yeah, a triple change rather for Royal AM as well. Maduka's reacted very quickly. An audacious effort there from Milford FC. Tapele spotting Porto off his line and then trying to catch him. Quite working out for Milford. But here they are again. They've stayed in this game for a long time, despite Royal AM looking to assert their dominance, being the top flight team. Milford have chipped away. Interesting ball into the box there, difficult ball to deal with, but Porto does well under the high ball. Cross coming in there from Tobani Bengu on this right-hand side. So, what is left in this one? Mbele through the midfield. Ngani. Can he help build Tushli Twashla's attack from the back?
Yeah. Looking more likely to be decided by the odd goal if we do have one. And if not, sibheke kuwo-ke ama-penalty ngoba siyazi ukuthi uma igame iphela kanje, as we see Royal AM trying to attack again, umdlalo uzoya kuma-penalties. Uyoshaya-ke lapha sobona iqembu. There's another mistake here from Royal AM. It's an opportunity and a shot there. It was Ngaba Xulu with the shot. But it was blocked by the Royal AM defense as Milford trying to find the post of Mondli Mpoto.
Yeah, and that's disappointing from a Milford point of view. They had the breakers on, they had numbers up front, they had the players to influence the game, and when it popped out there to Ntiane, again, not taking responsibility, instead just looking to play a in a region which is synonymous for the Ndlovu.
Very fitting, as we see Royal AM, Cedwin George getting his first touch there. And Mutibang is brought down.
So Maduka now going for two up front. He's gone for Sarah up front, who I suspect will play just behind Cedwin George. He's going for it. He knows just under 30 minutes left to play. He'll want to play. He'll want to feature in that semi-final before. This is a team that has won this competition in the past. In fact, 2022 they were crowned Premier's Cup winners. And given the size of his squad and the kind of players that he's left out, he'll know that a semi-final opportunity tomorrow will give him more of an opportunity. Hooked by Ndlabi out towards Ulu. Just coming back to my thoughts about Maduka. He's gone for two up front. Sarah hasn't really got the service that he would have wanted.
Yeah.
And now he's got a mate in Sedwin George, who we know can hold it up. He's a threat in the air, and they're going for it.
Yeah, especially important as well, bringing in also the likes of Uspesihle Msomi and Ukhetho Tula Ndlovu to ensure that the service is there, because Sedwin George, almost a similar type of player as Motibang Sarah in terms of they are big players, those big men up front looking for that service. So they won't do much in terms of linking, in terms of coming deep to collect the ball. They'll do a lot in terms of licking up the play. Service in the attacking areas for Royal AM. Towards Motibang Sarah. So more balls like that are really going to be needed by coach John Matuka if his side is to get anything out of this match as we approach the last 25 minutes of action.
Ball into the box there by Dlamini, cut out, and Ulu plays backwards. Dlamini again looks to go over the top. Milford wise to that one. What now with 25 minutes to go? There's the Twishli Kwasla faithful club that plays its football out of the Harikwala Stadium in Pietermaritzburg, based in the picturesque, serene, calm KZN Midlands. And here goes Milford with an opportunity to go up. Unu, the big number, the number 10 rather. To Bele. Back for Tabele. Royal AM can break through the middle. They've got numbers forward. George in the box, Sarah in the box. There's a foul out wide there. And perhaps this is exactly what Royal AM would have wanted, to bring the likes of Sarah, to bring the likes of Sedwin George into play. That's just untidy from the Milford defender there.
Yeah, that's a Swiss on Julie, conceding a really unnecessary foul there, but now it's an opportunity for Royal AM to make something out of this. It is Bandile Dlamini over the ball. Twitli Twatla have those two targets, man. It's Dlamini with the ball in, and it goes all the way to Hleza in the posts. Interesting there, Spamandla Hleza was the hero for Milford FC last season in the Nedbank Cup in their huge win against the Kaizer Chiefs. Well, not a big win, it was on penalties, but a famous win indeed it was for the Stallions, who were able to beat the mighty Amakosi and knock them out of the Nedbank Cup. And Hleza certainly with a man of the match performance there, and he will fancy himself if this game does go to penalties, Maran.
He will. Made somewhat of a name for himself. That will happen, I suppose, any time a player features prominently against a big club like Kaizer Chiefs. Kuno there, the number 10, looking to get onto the ball, looking for a bit of front foot action, looking to create. He's got Ulu up front there with the number 21 Ndlabi dropping more towards this right-hand side here. What can they do in this slight change in formation?
Yeah, interesting that both these sides last season finishing in 13th position in their respective leagues. Royal AM in the top flights of the Betway Premiership, and down in the Botepe Foundation Championship in Milford FC. Yeah, number 13, 9 wins each for both sides. And a team like Milford FC getting amongst in the goals there. Both sides also don't have their top goal scorers from last season. You know that Menzi Masuku is no longer with Royal AM. He was among the top scorers for the side from last season. And a team like Milford FC conceding 36 goals in the Motsepe Foundation Championship last season. And keeping 11 clean sheets, including those 2 important clean sheets in the Nedbank Cup. Beating Uppington City by 2-0, and the famous win over Kaizer Chiefs before they suffered heavy defeats. As we see an opportunity here for Milford in the box, and it was a tame shot at the end there by Ungaba Ulu.
A nice bit of skill there from Milford out wide by Ndlabi. Great control, brought the ball down well, and fed it in there into Ulu. Tried to spin and shoot, but just didn't get enough on it to trouble Porto. And it stays Royal AM 0, Milford 0. 20 minutes left in this encounter here. Again, chances few and far between. Clear-cut chances, that is. Collision there, far side.
Another foul there, the culprits, Ketuktula Ndlovu. A man who was brought in to try and make the difference for Royal AM.
Wonderful to see the AmaZulu team, who, if you missed the action a little bit earlier, beat Golden Arrows in a bit of a thriller. Tapelo Moremi scoring in added time to help them win by 2-1.
Yeah, Lesotho obviously are going to be playing the winner of this match tomorrow.
Yeah.
So it's important for them and for Coach Pablo Franco to have a look at how both sides are playing, with the potential of facing one of them in the first semi-final tomorrow, as we see the ball in towards the box there of Royal AM. I think for Milford there, was Siposetu Ndlabi.
What I find interesting, and then I suppose this is
does give you a pre-season bragging rights, but it's not as serious as when the season starts. So the players can, you know, have that light-hearted moments with the oppositions, have those moments with the fans where they interact with them, and this is an opportunity, the first opportunity for fans to see what the team is going to be looking like for the coming season. So the Premier's Cup is really important for KZN football teams as well as the fans.
ball into the box there, and not dealt with by Hleza. Dlamini was the man who whipped that dangerous ball into the box, and Hleza didn't deal with it, but the referee says that he was fouled by Motobang Sera. That's the Royal AM bench. Look at that ball in with a defender. Hleza goes up to grab it, but Motobang Sera is the man that fouled him before He was trying to grasp it. Out wide there is the big number 9, Ulu. Glabi waits on the far side here. Chance for Milford. Wow, that looked a lot tighter than it did from up here.
Yeah.
But, the linesman's got his flag up.
Yeah, probably leaned in a bit too early there. Was did Ulu, but the referee caught that one for offside, and now it's an opportunity for Mpoto to hit a long ball towards the opposition area, the opposition half. And as we are now into the final 15 minutes of this second quarter-final of the KZN Premier's Cup between Royal AM and Milford FC. An opportunity for Milford, a lovely through ball. Players into the box, the numbers are in, the cross is great. And they weren't able, but it will be recovered here in the near post by Ebo Mkulu. Brings in another cross, and it was towards Ukulu. It's still alive for Milford, and they failed to capitalize, but really good chances for Milford. It's back again, and it goes all the way out. But Milford once again showing that they do have those flashes, those moments of brilliance, and those flashes of brilliance. It's just the finishing in the final third that's not coming for them.
Yeah, have a look at that cross there from Nkunu from the right-hand side. He took his time, he set himself up, and he whipped it with power and pace, and any touch there to deflect it goalwards would have given them an opportunity. Warning signs for Royal AM that Milford are well and truly in this, and it's anyone's game right now.
It is indeed anyone's game as we are into the final 15 minutes of this match, and Milford FC looking the more dangerous of the two sides in the last 15 minutes or so of this second half. Siyabona ngempela ukuthi abafana bamandla qoqi bayafuna ngempela ukuwina lo mdlalo in the second half. Siyabona futhi coach is going to make another change. Another change.
FC making yet another change. Assistant number 21, Siposetu Gabi coming in this place. Is number 12, Tobela Skakane.
Gabi coming out there for Tobela Skakane. I think Gabi had quite a decent game. Had moments where he really troubled the Royal AM defense. And now he's going to come off.
Got decent shift there from Skakane, Labi rather. He was dangerous. He moved across to the right-hand side. He gave Royal AM trouble down that right-hand side as well. Right, chance here. What can the Koshe conjure up? No, nothing. And Royal AM will have a sniff at something here. Not much happening on either side. Small time patches of moments, but nothing more. Another foul. Another foul.
Yeah, unless if we see something really spectacular. And I think that's probably what it's going to take here for either side to get the win. As we look at that replay, the foul there. And it's going to be restarted by Milford. Foul was on Ungongo, and Hleza is going to hit it deep into the Royal AM half. And again, both sides really playing some patchy football. No sustained attacks. Just flashes here and there of what they can do. Nothing really much as the referee brings play again for another free kick here.
That's a substitute, Skakane. Can't quite keep hold of it. Right then, so both coaches have played their cards. They've made their substitutions. They've showed their intent. That's Edwin George up there. As Royal AM look to create something. Nice little back heel there from Sedwin George. They'll have a corner. No, they won't.
Yeah, it's a goal kick. And we also saw Myron in the first match, coach Maputi Kenyeza. Here's John Maduka there. As I was mentioning, coach Maputi Kenyeza making that substitution, bringing on Sfiso Mlungwana for a potential penalty shootout. And then Amazulu scored the second goal. That's football.
In the eternal words of a particular coach, football can kill you.
It can indeed kill you. Into the final 10 minutes of this match, the second quarter-final of the KZN Premiers Cup. If you are joining us right now, you are watching a clash between the two sides who have been trying to get something going in this match, but haven't really been giving that quality that's needed to get that opening goal. Still locked at 0-0. Royal AM in the top division, the Betway Premiership, Milford FC running out there at the Motsepe Foundation Championship. Siyazi-ke ukuthi abafana bama-Stallions, abafana bamandla Qokhi basagijima lapha kwi-Motsepe Foundation Championship ngesizini edlule, baqeda kuwo-ke unumber 13 kwi-league, and quite close as well to the relegation zone. As we see now, another opportunity for the Stallions, and it's too close to goalkeeper Umondli Mpoto. And that position is the same one that Royal AM got in the top flight football, and they also looking to improve much more in the coming season. Both sides will be beginning imidlalo yabo ngoSeptember uma kuqala ke isizini yeBetway Premiership kanye nayo ke iMotsepe Foundation Championship.
Skakane, the substitute down this right-hand side. Bengu got space in front of him. Back to Skakane. High ball up towards Ulu, the big number 9. Milford FC are looking to finish the stronger here. 5 minutes left in this encounter. They've got men up front, but Royal AM can deal with that danger. The fans starting to grow a little bit frustrated. Sidwin George coming deep to receive that ball, and that on its own tells a story about just the lack of opportunity. But great dash forward here. Serra on it. Does he pull the trigger? He lays it off. Back out wide. A bit too much venom on that pass from Motabang Serra, and Royal AM lose it. Milford can look to take it upfield. They've got a free kick, and this could be an opportunity for Milford to knock this one deep into Royal AM territory, and it looks like they're going to do just that. They've got the number 9 up front there in Ulu, number 12 Skakane in space down this right hand side, and that's exactly where they've gone. They've gone towards Skakane. He's got space, he's chested it down nicely. A couple of step overs, looking to beat his man, can't do that. Back out now towards Bengu. Skakane again. Can he get a ball into the box? The Royal AM man's gone down. Skakane, space, turns back into the danger, and that looks soft to me, but Ulu's gone down, and it's in a dangerous position.
It is in a dangerous position. I think earlier on there, the Royal AM player, can't see who it is right now, got a knock to the face. I think it was unintentional, but it did catch a hand on his face. But it is going to be a Milford free kick, as you can see here. Skakane had already fallen down, and there's the free kick, the challenge on Ngabakulu. And it's a dangerous position here for Milford FC to try and really bring in a quality cross. I think there are also some tired legs out there on the field as we approach the 90th minute. The referee is going to have his optional additional time, of course. And taking the free kick here is Uskakane. It is Kakane with the free kick, and it's towards goal, but it's easy pickings for Umondli Mpoto. And Royal AM now will bring the ball out.
A strange approach there from Skakane. I'm not sure if he went for goal or whether he was trying to put it into a dangerous position, you know, for
wasted opportunity.
Yeah, just at this stage of the game, golden opportunity to at least ruffle some feathers in the Royal AM box, and they've thrown that away. 2 minutes to go of regular time in this one. It's Royal AM 0, Milford 0. Not too many chances for either of these teams, and that looked like a back pass.
The players are complaining. They're appealing what appeared to be a back pass.
Madla Kogi is incensed, and I've used that word before because he's been incensed a few times in the game.
In this game, yeah.
It looked like a back pass, and you know, just based on how the Milford players reacted, one has to think that there was something dicey there.
Yeah, and Royal AM in the box now, trying to get a late goal here, but it's cleared away, and Milford will have a counter-attack here. It's 3-on-4, an opportunity. It's a brilliant ball through, and then up. It's over the bar by Mkunu.
Mkunu's the culprit. It was running away from him, and perhaps took the wrong option to try and shoot instead of whipping it back across. They had the numbers up front, and Ulu had made his way into the box. Another wasted opportunity. Great through ball, and they had the numbers. They had the numbers, and perhaps just
that was quite poor there by Mkunu. And another opportunity wasted by Milford FC. And outside of your picture, I can tell you that the chairman of Royal AM, Andy Lempisane, is getting ready to come on. The chairman with just about less than a minute, over a minute left in this match, certainly coming in for the penalty shootout that's potentially coming up, and the referee will be adding 5 minutes into this match after 90 minutes of action. And Andy Lempisane seems poised to come on, potentially to take a penalty, Myron.
Yeah, no doubt. Maduka, Coach John Maduka would not be making, he would make this change with that in mind, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. At this point of the match,
5 minutes confirmed of added time in this encounter. And I mean, I know we haven't had too many opportunities, but who's to say it doesn't happen in these 5 minutes? And that's exactly what happened in that first match. So here we go. It is Andy Lempisane. He's making way for Matwele. Ayabulela Matwele is the man who's being hauled up. Matwele comes off for the number 17, Andy Lempisane. What is to come from the chairman himself? Can he be the man who changes this one? Mangani deals with it at the back. Royal AM and Milford psychologically will both start to think a little bit about what's to come in the way of a penalty shootout. But in the meantime, there are minutes in front where anything can happen. Can one of these sides conjure a moment up? And Dlamini goes down again to a hand to his face. He's been hit quite often. Skakane is the man who goes into the book. Skakane is the man with the outstretched hands that caught Dlamini.
Yeah. Yeah, Skakane with was the culprit there. I think it's a hand to the face. Yeah, conceding the foul.
And Pasane is the man who is over. As we see the beautiful aerial views of Ulundi coming in. Milford man goes down, but Royal AM can push up. Strong in the tackle, but still on the side of Royal AM. Is there time for one more opportunity? That ball's gone back when it really needs to go in the opposite direction. Up towards Sedwin George. He does well to hold it up, and he's in possession again. Looks to switch play. Can't find his man, Motabang Sera. And here we go. Bunu. Oh, just looking to get the better of Hleza, Porto rather. And
yeah, the Milford players are appealing for a penalty there. I think the player is down. There was a clash with goalkeeper Mpoto. So call here for, or rather an appeal from the Milford players, but referee has not pointed to the spot. It is Mkhunu who is down. As you can see, he clashed with the Royal AM defender and not with the keeper. Porto came out and claimed the ball. It might have been caught as well there by Mkhunu on the head. His flaying boots there.
It's Mkhunu. It's Mkhunu, the man who's down.
Yeah.
What's to come here now? If you're just joining us, second quarter final, Royal AM up against Milford FC. AmaZulu defeated Golden Arrows a little bit earlier by 2-1. We will go straight into penalties should this game finish without goals. There's been a long delay with Mkunu's injury. Good to see the fans come out, and not just fans of the 6 teams who are participating in this year's KZN Premiers Cup, but teams, supporters from all teams, all sorts of teams, football lovers. Mkhunu looks in a bit of distress, and he's going to be stretched off, and Milford are going to be down to 10 men. Mangla Bogi looks on 1 foot in a penalty shootout, 1 foot in mandatory time, and he'll certainly be thinking about potentially who's going to be taking his penalties. And I think I under that Mkhunu probably would have been a guy to take one.
Yeah, that's going to be a huge blow for Milford if he does fail to come back onto the field. Obviously on a stretcher right now, not looking too good, but hopefully uzokwazi ukuthi-ke abuye for abafana bama-Stallions. Wayishaya-ke ureferee impempe, wayishaya kabili, wayishaya kathathu. And it is full time here in the second quarter-final of the KZN Premiers Cup. It finishes goalless between the two sides, Royal AM and Milford FC. And we are going to be going to a penalty shootout to determine the team that is going to be facing AmaZulu FC in that second semi-final. That's going to be Mondli Mpoto. It is Christopher Mbele for Milford FC. A striker's finish, and he brings it side level. To see that shot again by Sedwin George. Really good stuff. And now Milford. Up next is Tobani Pengu for Milford FC, who is up against Mondli Mpoto. It is Tobani Pengu, and it's saved by Mpoto. It is a brilliant save by Mondli Mpoto. And the Pengu with quite a tame effort there. That was way too close to Mpoto. And he makes a good save. He dives the right way, makes the right decision. And it's advantage Royal AM in this penalty shootouts. If they score this one, they will be taking that lead.
To take the second penalty for Royal AM, jersey number 29.
And Mlungisi Kakane up next for Royal AM to try and put them in the lead in this match. It is Kakane who also misses. It is a miss for Sikakane, a poor penalty that goes wide off the post, and we are back where we started. Coach John Matuka cannot believe it. A wry smile on his face. Wahluleka-ke lapha-ke umfoka Sikakane ukuthi ashayelela goli. Siyabona-ke sekuyithuba layo-ke iMilford FC. Ucebo Mchunu Uyena who's going to be standing over this one, an opportunity to put his side ahead. Sibonile together, the last two spot kicks have been missed by both sides. Kodwa-ke Mchunu usazoba nethuba lokuthi-ke abeke iteam yakhe 2-1 ahead. It is Ucebo Mchunu. Mchunu with the shots. Mchunu with the miss. It is saved once again by Mondli Mpoto, who goes the right way. And another penalty miss for Milford FC. It is their second one in a row. And Ucebo Mchunu, the run-up wasn't very convincing. The shot was tame, and the penalty was too close to the goalkeeper. Mondli Mpoto saw him from a mile off. That is going to put it down to his right. An opportunity now for the chairman. Andile Mpisane is up next for Royal AM. An opportunity for him to put his side, a side that he chairs, a side that he owns, into the lead after we saw the last three spot kicks missed. Against Bonu Chairman. Andile Mpisane with the opportunity. It is Uchemen who slots it in with a powerful shot to top it off with a dance. And Royal AM, as you can see the bench there, with some laughter. A brilliant penalty by Chemen, almost straight down the middle.
It is Royal AM.
And Royal AM are in the lead.
Taking the lead of 2-1.
And now
To take the fourth penalty.
has the duty of trying to bring his side back on level terms after they missed their last 2 spot kicks. Mthetheleli Mthiane up against Umondli Mpoto. It is Mthetheleli Mthiane with a shot that is brilliant into the top corner of the net. That is a wonderful penalty, very assured with power behind it. And it is 2-2 in the penalty shootout. Mondli Mpoto once again guessed the right way, probably had a fingertip on it, but the shot was just too powerful. And as you can see, Mthetheleli Mthiane with an assured penalty to bring his side back in it. And up next now is the Royal AM captain, Samuel Manganyi, with another opportunity to put his side in the lead. It is the captain, Samuel Manganyi, who came into the match after the injury of Ayanda Chiane, and he now has the task of putting them ahead in this penalty shootout. It is Manganyi! Another brilliant into the corner, very, very hard for Spamanda Hleza to get there. He did try his best, probably got a fingertip to it, but the shot was too slick, and it was right in the corner and he couldn't get to it. And as you can see there, the captain giving those high fives to his players. And now an opportunity for Thobela Sikhakhane. Thobela Sikhakhane up against Mondli Mpoto. He has to score this one to keep his side in the match. It is Sikhakhane with a brilliant shot. And that is a great penalty and a short strike, real power behind it. Wayivalela phakathi kuMpoka Sikhakhane. Wakwazi ukuthi abuyise iqembu lakhe back into the lead. Powerful penalty there by Sikhakhane, being greeted back by his teammates. And now we have the man who missed the penalty during the match early in the first half. Motebang Sera is now stepping up to try and make amends and score his second attempt of the match from the penalty spot. The run-up is not really long, and he now goes back. It is Motebang Sera up against Spamanda Hleza. A chance to make amends of that early miss. It is Motebang Sera, and he slots it away. And that is going to do it for Royal AM, who win the penalty shootout by 4-2. Coach John Maduka and his players celebrate, and they are going to be making it through to the semi-finals of the KZN Premier's Cup, the second semi-final. As you can see, the penalty by Motebang Sera, making amends from that earlier miss, and he was never going to be missing twice. He sends Spamanda Hleza the wrong way, and he sends Royal AM into the semi-finals of the KZN Premier's Cup. A really good day of action at the Prince Mangosuthu Regional Stadium in Ulundi. Usuku lokuqala ke layo iKZN Premier's Cup. Sibonile ke earlier on namhlanje uSuthu noMabheshankone AmaZulu FC winning umdlalo ngo-2-1 behlulile Montville Golden Arrows. Nayo-ke iscore iRoyal AM yakwazi-ke ukuthi ihlule Milford FC by 4-3 on penalties. Ize-ke umdlalo uphele goalless on each side. Day one of action in the KZN Premier's Cup is done and dusted.
Congratulations on the man of the match. Wasn't meant to be, but would you say it was a decent outing out for Milford?
Yes, it was. We came here with a game plan and we did execute it. It's just that we didn't use our chances and we lost on penalties.
What's to come in the coming weeks? There's a few weeks before the league gets underway. In terms of preparation, talk to us about where the club is at the moment and what the players are working on.
Right now, it's our third week since we came back from the off-season. We're just getting there. We are 50% on fitness level. But before the league, we'll be all right to start the league.
That's Milford, the man of the match. Congratulations, Bafo, and all the best in the season ahead. I'm going to be joined now by the Milford FC head coach, Mandla Kogi. Mandla, coach, unlucky, but again, a gamble as far as a penalty shootout is concerned. It was Milford FC that were defeated by 4 goals to 3 rather. Coach, talk us through the game. What do you take out of this result?
First of all, say congratulations to Royal AM. And also to my boys, Milford FC. I think they've done very well. With us being 3 weeks in pre-season, we've gave almost, say, 40% of our players a chance to run. And they managed to complete 60 minutes, which we think we are still not that in the same level where we want to reach. But we still got time before the league starts. I think the boys, they've done very well. They've stood to the tactics and they've applied themselves, and we cannot complain. Penalties are lottery.
Coach, I have to ask you about 2 instances in particular. One, to us in the commentary box, looked like a handball in the box, and then on the other side, looked like a back pass. And again, I'm not sure what you saw and what information you got.
Unfortunately, I cannot comment on that. The match official, they know better. But there were a lot of accidents where I think I believe that we should have got something from the match officials, but they didn't give us. But we'll continue soldiering on and prepare ourselves for the league.
You are 3 weeks into your pre-season, but we do know that there's a couple of weeks to go before the league starts. What do you take out of this showing into the weeks ahead?
You know, when I first arrived, the team tactically, they were not in the level that me as a coach expect them to be. But what I've introduced to the players, they're trying to understand and learn whatever that I'm trying to teach them, more especially in terms of positional awareness and individual technique. We need to be better, and also game understanding. It's a very key point that we need to take as a team and make sure that we understand what is expected from us and how the opponents are putting us under pressure and how can we solve those problems that they're giving us.
Coach, tough result. Unfortunate that you don't go through to the semi-finals tomorrow, but I know plenty of heart and plenty of lessons to take forward. All the best in the season to come.
Thanks very much. I think the team will be ready for the start of the season.
Thank you, Coach. All the best. I'm going to be joined now with Coach John Maduka. Coach, tough 90 minutes for both sides, and we saw both teams, even though it was a pre-season, both sets of players willing to put their body on the line and willing to fight. Number of yellow cards dished out as well, so it was competitive. Talk us through the 90 minutes first.
I think the game, the pitch not allowing us to play the game that we want. Maybe that's why also you see so many yellow cards, because you find that you're trying to control the ball, you can't be able to get control of the ball, and then you end up stretching and putting those tackles. And the game itself, I think when we started, it started very well, playing from the back, trying to allow them to come in our third so that they open the space that we wanted, to exploit in their half, which I think we did so well. But I strongly believe that I think, yes, from the back, to middle third, not much, in the final third, whereby, we could not create so many chances. And again, in the game like this, if you don't create so many chances, it gives you a problem. But from the back, in the midfield, from the midfield up front, that's where, we lacked. But second half, again, maybe because of the pitch, not playing the game that we want, then, also taking that confidence away from the players. Because when you try 2, 3, 4 passes are not going where you want to be, then you start losing that confidence, starting losing that belief. And immediately do that, you don't play your own game. So that, did, yes, affect us somewhere. But I mean, these are pre-season, and again, yes, we played first half, 45 minutes, I think we were strong enough. Second half, I think toward the end, we started, slowing up. Some players, it's their first time to play 90 minutes, so you could see that their legs getting tired, and it's good that we've seen some of them play that 90 minutes. So, yeah, we look forward to tomorrow's game.
Coach, I just have to ask you, you made those changes, obviously with in mind that, potentially there was a penalty shootout coming, and those boys came and they made the difference. That level of temperament and focus, how important is that going to be in what we know will be a very competitive Betway Premiership?
Absolutely. It's going to be a very, very tough league, the Betway one, because most of the teams didn't do well last season. So this one is going to be very, very, very difficult. Yeah, the bench wins you matches. So we expect whenever we introduce players, that are coming from the bench going inside, they must be able to change the game, because they've been watching, throughout the match. And again, they have enough energy, to be able, to help the team going forward, help the team defending. And I think exactly that they did, although, could not score in 90 minutes time.
Coach John Maduka, you'll face AmaZulu in the semi-final tomorrow. All the best, and we'll see you tomorrow morning.
Thank you very much. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
That was Coach John Maduka. I'm going to be joined now by the MEC for Kokta, MEC Thulasizwe Buthelezi. MEC, thank you very much for joining us. Wonderful to see the pre-season tournament in the country. 10 years now for the KZN Premiers Cup. Head to Zululand, head to Ulundi. How does that make you feel? Because I know you've been here, you've worked the ground, and this region means a lot to you.
It's a wonderful display of football as usual. The KZN Premiers Cup is always the tournament to look forward to. And again this year, our Premier, Mr. Thamsanqa Ntuli, has ensured that all the KZN teams get to showcase their talent. And it's extra special this year as it's taking place in Ulundi, so that even the local football gets an opportunity to interact at the highest level. But not only that, but especially the fans get to see their clubs, just as we saw Royal AM today, and we will see again tomorrow more teams. We saw AmaZulu. It's a wonderful day for football and a wonderful day for the province of KwaZulu-Natal.
MEC, beyond the football on the pitch and the fans that come out, we saw that there are businesses in Ulundi that have benefited from the tournament coming here. Street vendors, food vendors selling outside. It's just a celebration of our democracy and what this province can achieve, isn't it?
Well, the Premiers Cup from year to year is growing from strength to strength. It's been moving around from Durban to Richards Bay. This year it's in Ulundi. And it's been a major boost for the local economy. All the establishments are fully booked. The local vendors have had a rate today. The families have gone out. It's been a wonderful day for the family. And overall, it's just been a weekend which has been a very great display and a great advert for the province of KwaZulu-Natal, since sport is a unifying factor in this province. And tomorrow, when our premier finally closes off the function, we would really have had a wonderful time, especially the behavior of our fans and the excitement and the passion of our football players.
MEC, thank you very much for your time, and we'll catch up with you soon.
Thank you very much.
That was the MEC of Kokta joining us. It ends here with Royal AM, who have beaten Milford on penalties, a thrilling penalty shootout. If you missed the action from a little bit earlier, it was AmaZulu that defeated Golden Arrows. Those two teams, AmaZulu will take on Royal AM in the semi-finals tomorrow, day 2 of the KZN Premiers Cup. But as we wrap up things in Ulundi, let's head back to the action and watch just how things unfolded.
And then we're going to have our final later on in the evening, where we are going to crown the winner of the 2024 KZN Premiers Cup.
KwaZulu-Natal.